Hello there, I want to thank you for watching this video, and I want to say this is an incredible video that really shares the passion and the heart and the vision and the dream and the kindness and the caring and the compassion and the love and the empathy that the man Dave Sandoval has. That I want to share this with you. He's the founder of Purium, the author of the Green Foods Bible, founder of the Plastic Free World, read several, the author of The Toxin That Came to Dinner. He's an incredible man that's inspired me, one of my personal mentors, and I spent time with him personally on his land, and you're going to hear a vision of his land and everything about his land, and at the end of the video, you're going to watch a little piece of the video that I made about his land, so please enjoy.
We're here with Dave. Thank you so much. Thank you for joining us today.
Yeah, it's my pleasure. How's everybody out there today?
We're good here. Yeah. And yeah, thank you everyone for watching. We're share this recording with everyone. So yeah, we have a big event coming planned for this team. And Dave has so graciously opened it up to all of us. So at first, we were keeping this as an exclusive. Most of us are coming from Canada on our team. So that's a big journey. So we're hoping that all those, that's why we did it together like that, so that people would be able to take advantage. But now, even for people who haven't been able to hit diamond or won't be able to hit diamond by that time, this is, an opportunity that we could all come together and, really benefit from this. So Dave, you've been doing events, and I would just love if you can just, share with us what they're like on your land. We need to get a visual of what these events have been like.
Awesome. Well, first we'll start from the Purium perspective. Our first Purium event here was called Unconvention. I got tired of putting on a suit and hard shoes and having to get my hair colored, and all that. And and I love meeting everybody and educating. I'm a formulator. I'm an educator. I'm inspiration and perspiration. That's who I am.
Wow! All the vibes.
And so I decided that instead of having a traditional convention, we'd have what I called unconvention, where everybody got to come up here and spend 3 or 4 or 5 days with me on this land, and sleep in a teepee or in a hut or camp or, rent a room or whatever. But we had a lot of fun. I mean, it was amazing. In the first year, we had a crazy storm, right? Crazy storm, wind, rain, tents were blowing across the field. Everybody pulled together and it ended up having those amazing fireside campfire that night, singing songs. Everybody shared their rooms. People moved into other people's tents. It was crazy cool, right? And then, so we said, we're never doing that again. Everybody said, what do you mean? We're totally doing this again. So we did it again the next year, and twice as many people came, right? The first year was like 150. The next year was like 350. And we just had the most amazing time. It's hard to explain, but I've got like so much to do here. I've got ponds with kayaks. We've got a sand volleyball court. I've got an artesian stream that runs through my land that's year round, that has the most amazing, rejuvenating water. We've got hot tubs, swimming pool. We've got a sauna, far infrared sauna, a cold dip pool. We've got, a bunch of games like bocce balls sitting around. We've got, a commercial kitchen will be providing amazing vegan, delicious meals. We've got, I'd say we have hot springs nearby, but because of the runoff, they're all underwater right now. And that's a shame, but typically we've got the hot springs nearby, giant sequoias, whitewater rafting, and so basically we'll have a stage set up, and we love to have people share. Last year we had like an open mic, and people came up. Some people freestyled, some people shared a poem, some people did a dance routine that they had done on TikTok. It really doesn't matter, because people just came up and shared their hearts. And it probably was the best part of the whole event, was just, when we open the mic up, DJ, dancing, amazing stars. I mean, we're at 4,000 foot elevation with no artificial light, no pollution. So you just got ridiculous stars. Every 2 minutes, a shooting star can be seen in the sky. Like I said, from our taps, you're going to drink water that costs $5 a liter, at the store, because it's pure artesian spring water, the best in the world, and yeah, just the fellowship, we're going to sit around my fire circle and play drums and, and sing songs. We're going to, go on hikes, and, there's a peak here. One of our Purium members from Hawaii won the fittest man in Hawaii contest, and he came and he scaled this 3.5 mile hike to this peak in 43 minutes and 50 seconds. he went up to 7,000 feet. We're at 3,500, about 35, and he went up to 7,000 and back 3.5 miles in under 45 minutes. So all the macho guys come here and try to beat that. And the only person who's ever come close was a woman. She did it in 45 minutes and a bit, but she was an experienced mountain climber. She goes, "I got this," and just went for that,
I'm going to take that on. I'm going to try that. Oh my goodness. I am just like, we have people coming, like, we have Heather motorcycling from Canada all the way here. They're writing in the chat. I could see they're so excited. We have the chat open on Facebook, and there's just, everyone is just pouring in the chats how excited they are. We watched that unconvention video before we signed up as brand partners. And I'll tell you, that was one of the deciding factors to partner with this company. This is, it would just, I could feel the vibes. It was, it was that video. I'll never forget the first time I watched it, I said, these are my people. Like, this is the kind of convention I want to go to. And it really sets us apart from the other, MLMs, like when you see, the community like this.
Yeah, well, we are what we call multiple levels of money. And what that means is we're helping people use money for freedom, not because they want to be wealthy, not because they want to be powerful, but because they want to be able to make their own choices, because they want to be able to help other people to make their own choices. And so when we start seeing money not as a vehicle for power and wealth and greed, but instead a vehicle for freedom, it changes your mindset. Okay. It changes your mindset. And so Simba wanted to say hi. So
It's great on Zoom.
and it changes your mindset. And so when you come up here and you're away from all electronics, you know what I mean? You're away from artificial light, away from artificial, everything. And you literally are sitting on an underground river, a massive underground river that if we dug any place 4 feet down, could drink water. Okay. And when that water goes underneath through this crystal, and you'll be able to see literally quartz crystals coming out of the earth, so as this water goes through the quartz crystals, it's pulling negative energy from your body. We've got sacred, the sacred Native American tree, the cottonwood, grows everywhere here with the leaves shaped like a heart. And when the wind blows through the cottonwood tree, all of those hearts are supposed to purify your heart chakra. When you put your feet into the soil and the ionic exchange between the underground river and the crystal in the soil literally pull negative energy. So what you're ready to let go of, what you're ready to release, what no longer serves you, will be swept away in the river of energy here. And it's just a beautiful experience. And so remember, this land was truly an oasis, and it still is. That means you could go 10 miles in any direction. There will not be water. That means that all of the water that comes naturally out of the ground creates thousands of trees. And if you look on a Google map, and you're totally welcome to do that, you'll see it's just this massive patch of green in a sea of desert. Okay. And every animal in the desert has to come to my land every night to drink. There's no other water. That means every bear, every mountain lion, every coyote. So we don't fear them. We live in harmony with all of these wild animals. We never even see them, but we see their tracks. We know that they've been there. But again, this is a true oasis where even the animals live in harmony because they have to share this land. And so the 3 tribes that used to be here, the Paiute, I can't even pronounce actually the Huikuni and the Tabula Tabal, which is a hard name to say. But anyway, those 3 tribes used to really compete for the abundance of this land and even, quite honestly, war over it. And then they decided it needed to be shared, that it was the only source of water, firewood, fertile soil for growing food, and the wild crafting of herbs. I could show you 37 different wild crafted foods that we could get just walking across my land. And so they knew that they had to share it. And so they divided the days that people could come. And they could come, and they could then have those were the shopping days. You know what I mean? The store was open for different tribes on different days. And they would have the elders meet on my land, and I'll show you the place that they met, and they would discuss any disputes. So let's say that you happen to have a whole bunch of kids in your tribe one year and you needed more food. Well, one tribe would tell the other tribe, hey, is it possible we could get a little more hunting time, a little more, gathering time? And the other tribe says, well, no, because that's our time. But what we hunt and gather, we'll share with you. Right? So it's like that type of energy on this land. No, you can't have our time, but we'll use our time to serve you. It's that type of sovereignty. You know what I mean? No, that's my time, but I see your need. So I'm going to serve your need. You know what I mean? And that's so Purium-esque. You know what I mean? Like, we all want to be sovereign people. We all want to have our own independent space, but we're going to lock arms and we're going to go forward together. So This land holds that energy, that energy of teamwork, making the dream work, of sharing the abundance instead of competing for it. And if you saw the post that I made that in the beginning, it was mankind and we're kind to each other. And then someone started the human race and competition took over, So I want to go back to mankind and womankind.
That's the root. I love that you shared that. I actually shared your caption there because, that's the origin of kind human, which was, yeah. So, and that came to me when I joined this mission. I said, our tribe is kind human tribe. This is the leaders that we need to see. And like you said, that harmony, and we are, this team cultivates that. And I know coming to your land, it's going to really bring us closer together. And we're going to be able to, I know just the experience of bonding and sharing together, the experience is just going to take us to the next level. And I, for one, also, I'm going to encourage no one wears shoes on the whole weekend we're there because I just.
Okay, may I add? So there's a guy, he's named Shoeless some guy. He's the guy from Oregon. He never wears shoes. When he visits me, he wears shoes here.
Interesting. Why?
Because we're in the high Sierras.
Okay. Okay.
Like this is mountain man stuff.
Okay.
Yeah. So bring hiking shoes.
Okay. Yeah.
We will. There are places where I will encourage you to go barefoot.
Okay.
But I just want to let you know that that we're gonna have there's gonna be times to go barefoot, but at the same time, like I said, we're in the desert. Yeah. So
yeah. Okay. Good.
So I want to tell you about one thing. First, I want to talk about one thing we're going to do while we're here. Then I'm going to share with you 3 of my favorite events that we've had here recently, so you can get the type of energy that's here. Okay. And then a couple that are coming up. But there's things called coyote gourds that grow on my land. They look like tiny watermelons, right? And when they dry up, they turn brown. And the reason they're called coyote gourds is the coyotes wait next to the bushes for rats to come, because rats can't resist these little gourds. And the rats get so preoccupied eating the gourds that they're easy pickings for the coyotes. So they're called coyote gourds because the coyotes hang out around them, right? So anyway, these coyote gourds are like little shakers. You could hear little seeds in them when you get them, when they're dry. And what we do is we each gather one and then we write on it, or we simply look at it and put the energy into the things we want to let go of, things that no longer serve us, things that we want to go home without emotionally, mentally, and stress-wise. You know what I mean? And then we all sit around the fire. We introduce ourselves. We, have a little shared story. And then you throw your gourd after you introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about yourself. You don't have to say what you're letting go of. That's not required. You can if you want to. And then you put your gourd onto the fire. And within about 2 minutes, the air inside of it heats up and it explodes. Oof, and it's so fun because it gets to be like popcorn, after a bit. Depends on how fast people talk, But sometimes there'll be 3 or 4 of them or 5 of them that have gathered in there, and all of a sudden they just start going pop, 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 and everybody cheers and gets excited because we know we could feel that cathartic release, And so that'll be a fun little ceremony that we do if you guys are down for that.
Yes.
And so my wife puts on these things called womb wisdom wellness retreats, and they're for women. I'm not allowed to be on the land, but I prep the sweat lodge and do other stuff, and gather those gourds as well, And she said that was one of their like everybody really, really loved and got into that, even though they had all these other amazing, incredible things they did. That was something that really touched everybody's heart. That one. So that was really cool. We had like 12 women up here, just healing, healing all things feminine, and in a world where everyone has a choice, you have a choice of who you want to identify as. But if you identify as feminine, this womb wisdom wellness, and if you were born with a womb, you know what I mean? Then this womb wisdom wellness is for you. And it's really amazing. We have Lomi trainings up here for people who want to learn, to do massage. We have the largest Tantra retreat in the world will be here with 600 couples.
Wow.
Camping, and we have Bhakti Fest here for those who like to pray in that way or just sing and dance. It's an amazing yoga festival. Gosh, we've had so many. We used to have a bunch of like Burning Man type of events, but that energy it's just not really welcome here anymore. There's just too unstable. Too many people going there, like not sure. And we want people to be sure when they come here that they're looking for healing.
Yeah.
We want people when they come here knowing they're looking for peace, knowing, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not just going looking for an adventure, because this isn't adventure land. This is healing land. This is peace land. You know what I mean? This is growth land. So while we have had dozens and dozens of those, that's now over. We've just had some huge yoga festivals here and some really amazing, women's festivals. We have a lot of Native American ceremonies here. We're a Native American church, so we do teepee ceremonies. We have, we are a medicine church, for those who partake that way. And we have a sweat lodge on site. Depending upon what you guys want, we might be able to do a couple sweats. And right next to the river, so you get out of the sweat and boom, drop right into the river. It's amazing. And it's just so much magic here. It's hard to explain. You could come, ride a horse or ride an ATV or just talk to a horse, if you want to. It's just so much to do.
Oh my goodness. Well, I would love to know more about the different events and maybe for anyone who's interested, maybe we can, find ways to invite people or do future, just the womb wisdom one really speaks to me. So maybe in the future, I'd love to attend that. And I'm sure we can get some people as well.
Oh man, I can't believe so it was weird. So these women came out of it, and as soon as they come out of it, usually the last time everybody took like a month before they talked again. This time, every day since then, they've been going, we're having another one. Everybody wants another one. We got, I told her, just keep holding that space. The first time she had her event, only 2 people came and she was going to cancel. And I said, no way, we're going to give the best event these 2 women have ever had. Right. Then we gave away 2 tickets to two like lottery winners just to get a little more energy there. And it was an amazing event. This second event had about 5, and the third one was sold out. So I think that, it's pretty important. Like if you're building your Purium business, to realize that sometimes you have to hold the space and wait for the community to find you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And if you have to hold that space and have a healthy happy hour with 2 people, dang it, have that healthy happy hour with your neighbor and your mom.
100. And
then put on Facebook how amazing it was. Show the drinks that you had. Get your mom going, this is delicious. Right?
Yeah.
And the next time you'll have 5 people.
Yes.
But I'm just telling you, I'm so proud of my wife for not giving up, not giving in. She still hasn't turned a profit, and I don't think that was ever her goal. You know what I mean? I'm like, why are there why are you doing 12 different ceremonies? Can't you make it 8 ceremonies? She's like, no, the women deserve all 12 of these. I'm like, okay, you're never going to make a dime.
She will. And this is, like the field of dreams, right? Like if you build it, they will come. And I like that she's setting that she's not backing down because she knows she's going to build that. That's going to keep on building. And I'm going to come to one of those. I'm sure more people from our team want to come to that. So,
well, maybe we could figure out a way to have a contest and let somebody win a half price ticket or something on your team. Once you've been here and seen the land, because everybody's going to want to share a little bit, so why not let one of the women come back? Maybe you guys could pick somebody who really needs it.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
Maybe it could be like that. Maybe people could say, hey, I nominate somebody because I think she really needs this, And so I think that'd be really cool. Because like I said, we're not interested in necessarily turning a profit on these. We're looking to heal that thing that is grandmother energy that the world needs so much of. That, you know, every female who's born is carrying grandmother energy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That ability to repopulate our planet, and that's amazing. You know, so I just believe in, you know, holding that space for her while she holds the space for these women. And I've seen like just incredible changes. I know personally 5 of the women who have been through the program, and they're all changed women now. And I mean, in the most beautiful way. And their husbands are like, "Who are you? Hello," you know.
Yeah, that's so beautiful. I know once we're on that land, we're gonna, you know, just people will find their way back, right? When you or even I've felt the energy from your land. Well, it's why I'm here. It's why we're locked arms for 5 years now with you. It's because we feel the energy from you, from the land, from your heart and your intentions. And we really we want to keep on growing this mission. We're lifers. So you'll just get to know us more because we're never going anywhere. This is really, you know, yes, everything you say speaks.
Well, we're about to receive a couple of families with autistic children. We hold space for that through our Awaken project. And so again, if you are impacted in that way, you know, we're going to grow our community. It's been a very slow roll. I have to admit, we started our nonprofit for autistic community, and then we had our own baby. And wow, you know, it's been a challenge, but we're coming back. This will be our second retreat this year, and we plan on having at least one more. So
wow, you guys do so much, and you know, really touching so many facets of where the world needs healing. So just thank you for holding the space.
Yes.
Yeah.
And while you're here, we'll have Purium bars, like stations set up around. You'll just be able to mix and match. Everybody who comes, I'm going to give you a free jar of aminos, so you can just, you know, jam your protein the whole time you're here. And there'll be free power shake, apple berry, all the drinks you love will just be set out for you to mix and match, you know, to your heart's delight, plus the aminos. And so don't deal with something really special, you know, like your joint flex or something like that. But all the yummy powders we'll have here for you to mix and match. We'll have aminos and super xanthan out and zinc aid. So zinc aid, super xanthan, aminos, plus all the yummy powders. And then everybody gets a jar of aminos, you know, when you arrive, so that you could, you know, live on protein while you're here. Just take, you know, 15 a day, you know, whatever you like. So
yes. Well,
okay.
You told us, I mean, everyone gets like $100 almost of superfoods while they're there. You know, just the value of that alone is just, thank you for offering that. And for, you know, this is just so gracious of you to open up your doors, your land to us, and to have these gracious gifts and this healing. And we are so excited. I know that people are just so excited now, especially hearing it from you. What has been the outcome? Just quickly, if you could say, when people come, you know, what have you seen change in people, in their business, maybe in their
So we had a Purium group out. They came, I think they thought they were going to get like 100. They only ended up with like 60, you know, because some people couldn't make it at the end, you know, like that old saying, everybody talks big, right? You know, and I don't mean that in a bad way. I just mean, yeah, I'm going to go, you know, but that not everybody does. So they got about 60 here. And oh my God, it was amazing. You know, it was just amazing.
Stand by.
emphasis on amazing?
Oh, what was the score again? And then we're back to, you know, back to playing volleyball. You know, it just like, but the end result was like 3 different diamonds who never even thought that they were going to work the business. They came as like not brand partners yet, but they were prospects, right? So they just want to come and be part of the energy. And they ended up like aspiring to the business. And even though it took them, 90 days or so, they ended up actually hitting diamond. So we had 3 diamonds come out of the last event that we had up here. And so much enthusiasm. But here's the more important part and this, as I said, is like, people want to be part of a community more. I need friends more than I need money.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Like, I like people who think and act and aspire in the same way as I do. So like when you're here, like hopefully you'll do a little gardening, you know, if you want to take a permaculture class, you know, we can make that happen, you know, while you're here. We could do all type of things. So we also have about 20 hammocks. So you might just find a hammock under a tree, you know, and then we'll figure out what special things you guys want to do. If there's any, you know, anything unique, if you want to do a sweat lodge, if you want to have massage therapists here or anything like that, we'll talk about that. You could talk about it among yourselves, you know?
Yeah.
But we just are looking forward to having as many of you here as possible. I don't care if you've never used Purium and you're thinking about it, you just started using Purium, or you've been with Purium for years. This is a Purium community event, you know? And so it's like a family picnic. That's the way I describe it.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Thank you so much. I'm excited to just, I can't wait to be there. I can't wait. And it's coming soon. So we're just getting so excited. And thank you for taking the time today to share your vision. I can't wait to learn more, and just to, you know, thank you for your opening your doors to us. We appreciate it so much.
Absolutely. And then the last thing I'll say is, you know, if you want to, we could have, you know, Jared call me and let me know if there's anything that you aspire to, anything that you feel like we talked about today that you really want to do, you know, from that perspective. And same thing, you know, just, you know, feel free to give me your input, you know, and I like hearing people's wants, needs, and desires. It doesn't mean that I can always fulfill them, but I want people to know that they're safe with me. You know, like if you tell me what your wants, needs, and desires are, I'm never going to say that's stupid. You know, I might say, I can't do that this time or right now, but you know, so whatever you aspire to, you know, that aspiration is something I'm looking forward to hearing. Okay.
Thank you so much. This is going to be beautiful. And Jared is a master editor, so we're going to make a beautiful video of it. And it's just, you know, we really want to spread this message far and wide. Thank you so much, Dave. And thank you, everyone.
So I'll introduce, my neighbor is like the reel cutter for HBO and Cinemax. And she just sits up here all day, like cutting all their new stuff. It's crazy.
Cool.
So you two will have a great talk.
Love it.
Appreciate you guys.
You're the man.
Thank you so
Oh
much.
man.
Dave.
So looking forward to it.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
On the first part of the journey, I was looking at all the life. There were plants and birds and rocks and things. There was sand and hills and rain. The first thing I met was a fly with a buzz and the sky with no clouds. The heat was hot and the ground was dry, but the air was full of sound. I've been through the desert on a horse with no name. It felt good to be out of the rain. In the desert, you can't remember your name, because there ain't no one for to give you no pain. After 2 days in the desert sun, my skin began to turn red. After 3